What's happening, guys? If you've been following along on the channel, you know that we've started to remodel the basement, and step one was to cut a big old hole in this wall and put this fish tank in. Now, I know that you guys aren't coming to me for a step-by-step tutorial, but I did want to show the process from start to finish in case any of you guys wanted to take it on. You can kind of get an idea of what's involved. So without any further ado, let's just get into that video. Alright guys, so if you've been following along with the blogs, you know that I'm remodeling my basement into more of a podcast studio slash office, and we're starting today with the first project. So right here, we're going to be cutting a hole in this wall, and we're going to put a 150-gallon fish tank there. My desk is going to be right down here underneath it, so an awesome view when we're doing the podcast to sit at, edit, everything like that. But right now, my father and I'm not doing it alone because I'm not the biggest handyman, but we're going to cut a hole in here. It's not really a tutorial, but you'll get to see the progress as we cut a hole in this wall, put a 150-gallon fish tank in there. Quick update so you can see we have it framed out here, and coming up next we're going to move the base. I got the tank from a guy who was an electrician, so it's all wired and all preset, so I want to reuse as much of this as I can. So we're going to push this in here, frame around it. I'm not really sure of the structure of that, so we're going to frame around it, make it a lot stronger, lift the tank up a couple inches above that, but use all the doohickeys and all the automation that he has in there, and the tank will slide right in here, hole cut, framed out. And now we've gone from the Volkswagen down here to the Sherman tank up here. This thing is not going anywhere. Got some storage down here, nice top here. It's gonna get all buttoned up, painted black. We're gonna put the tank up now, see how it looks, and the next time you guys see this, it's gonna have a tank on it. Alright, as you can see, the tank's now in the wall. The wall bows just a little bit, but we're putting trim around it, so that's not going to matter. I had a little mishap here. Don't show my wife, we messed up a little bit, but again, the trim's going to fix that, right? So Deck, come on in here. We got the tank up here. Great storage. I like that this is going to give me a little room to work. So as I'm aquascaping everything, I can set the rocks out here, kind of think about what I want before I put them in the tank. I have to get a little step stool. I'm not the tallest person in the world, and we're gonna go put some trim on the outside, button it up. Probably gonna get some water in this tonight, some sand. I don't know. I'm pretty excited. Alright guys, so when we last left off, I had a cameraman. I'm on my own now. Now, it's not a how-to or a DIY video, so I kind of just gave you some snapshots of the process. If anybody wants, I will put up a blog post that walks you step by step through the process and gives you a list of materials and shows you exactly what we did here. I just didn't think you'd want to sit through a video of step by step building this. But now we're on to the fun part. I get to aquascape, I get to put some water in the tank, I get to put fish in it, and I want to just throw them into new water. I do have pre-cycled media, so they would be okay technically, but I don't want to do that, but you'll still see them going in this video. Right now though, let's just take a walk around the tank real quick. I'll give you a little bit more of an idea of where we're at. So this is for all the nerds out there. A lot of you won't care, but this is the underside of the tank. Now I gotta clean up the wires and everything a little bit, but I want to give you the basic idea, right? So right here, we have the flue valve filtration, some heavy filtration right there, and then over here we have the secondary filtration, another flue valve, and this tank's going to be running crystal clear. Now, I bought the original tank setup from a master electrician, so he's got everything built in here pretty well. Check out the size of that air pump there, some serious air pump. So he's got this great power bar, power strip, whatever you want to call it, already ran in here, right? And it labels everything and where it should be. And it's a waterproof switch, so we're pretty good there in case anything ever does leak. And then he actually has it set up on a switch, so you got your water change switch right here, and that kills everything. And there's even a light switch up here, a light strip up there. I don't think you guys are gonna be able to see that. That's probably just too bright. There is a light strip right underneath there, which is kind of cool. So it's just me nerding out a little bit. But I love the fact that it's so clean and it's lit under here. There's lots of storage for everything I need. And then you can see this is kind of our add-on. I wanted the tank to be a little higher up in the wall, so we built on it a little bit, turned it into a Sherman tank, as I said before. So I got a lot more storage under here, which is great. Nothing heavy is going to go there, but just for nets and fish food and everything, it's nice to be able to reach right there and have it right at a hand's grab. And the tank, as you can see, I started putting in the sand already. Check out this beautiful, beautiful mixture of sand we have there. I gotta spread it out and flatten it out. Had the filtration ran up in here. I don't know if you guys got a good shot of this, but we did frame it in with some trim. And I'm gonna take some caulking in here and clean this up. And I'll give you guys all a view. Get a silicone back behind here. I got my desk that came, and my desk is gonna go right in front of that bad boy, so I can edit all these videos for you while I watch my beautiful fish swim around. Alright, so I don't know if you guys can notice it, but I can see it, and the corners of this trim just don't match up perfect, so we're gonna do a little bit of wood paste, and then we're gonna paint over it, just make it look a little bit cleaner. So listen, if we're being honest, I've never really done this before, but I have patched a hole in the wall with this stuff. The nice part about it is it's pink, and when it dries, it turns white. So we're gonna try this out. I don't know 100% how it's gonna go. The whole idea of it is to kind of fill this crack right here. So I mean, there you have it. I kind of filled the gap. I had to find out the best way to do it was actually with my finger. So I went through, my hands are kind of a mess right now, but I have 4 more to go, and then a couple other cracks, so I'm gonna do that next. Well, the corners are puttied. I think I did a pretty good job, if I do say so myself. So we're all painted, and I figured I'd just let you guys watch me peel the tape off, because it's so satisfying, right? So there you have it, guys. We're all painted up here, and I'm really happy with how it came out. I think the black looks great against the wall, but I am going to paint that wall. Let me know in the comments down below what you think would look good there. I'm thinking like kind of like a light gray, maybe a medium gray. I'm gonna go dark gray on a far wall and then like a light gray over here. So drop down in the comment section, let me know what color I should paint that. Now I did use a latex paint, so you can see it kind of peeled in a couple spots, so I can go back and I'll fill that in and I'll touch it up. But I think it came out pretty good. I didn't even really need to tape it off because I am gonna paint, but I don't know when I'm gonna paint. So therefore I didn't want to look at a mess. All in all, I'm not a professional painter, so you know, it's not perfect, but it's really dimly lit down here, so I'm not that concerned with it. So you guys saw the tank go in. Now let's check out what I have in the tank. So there it is, folks, my new workstation. Now I'm not a huge fan of videos where people kind of go through all their fish and give like scientific names and everything like that, but I do want to show you what's in the tank. So we'll go over it real quick. Alright, so as we go through this tank, I just want to note that I've been keeping fish for 20 years, and I really don't care what your opinion on the stocking is. It's working for me. I think that we'll be just fine in this tank. There's a couple oddballs, but we should be alright. So right off the bat here, we have a beautiful male peacock who has a messed up eye. He came with that, but it's not causing him any problems, and he is kind of the star of the tank. He's just a beautiful fish. Again, male peacock, I love them, and then right next to him is the female peacock. She's not as pretty, obviously, but they are a breeding pair. I'm hoping soon here that maybe we'll get some babies. Coming into frame here is a Taiwanese reef cichlid. Taiwanese, I don't know how you exactly say it, but he's going to be gorgeous when he grows up. Right now, he's just a juvenile. He's going to color up gorgeous one of these days. A little green Cory there that was in the 35-gallon tank I broke down, and he's in here. Nobody's messing with him. I had nowhere else to put him, so for now, he's living in here. He'll move back to the other tank when I redo it. Maybe he'll stay. He's a good cleanup crew. Got a juvenile Malawi eye biter. The males are absolutely gorgeous. The females kind of stay silver like that. Just interesting fish, interesting body type, and some kind of hap hybrid. He might have some peacock, you know, I'm not 100% sure. The guy who, he's kind of neat, kind of plain, nothing special about him, but doesn't bother me. Hybrids don't bother me. Next to him, we have big old Livingston cichlid, giraffe cichlid, some people call him. He's old. He's an old fella. I like him a lot. I love those. I want to get maybe one or two more for the tank, just because they're so pretty. Over here, we have a little juvenile peacock. I think it's the male. I'm kind of leaning towards that. And down here, we got a starry night cichlid. Understand all the purists out there are gonna get mad. He's a Madagascar cichlid. He's not from the same lakes as these guys. Depending on his temperament, this is his house forever. They are one of the most beautiful cichlids, and I'm excited to see what happens. If his temperament's bad, we'll move him to a different tank. It's just another little peacock, a yellow peacock, yellow-finned peacock. So we have a Colombian spotted tetra back there. He's not doing anything for the algae on these rocks for me, but he's hanging out over here all the time. This is some kind of mutt. It was born in my other tank years ago, and he was a fry that just kind of survived something breeding, but there's nothing that was the same fish in there, so I'm not sure exactly what his makeup is. And I do have a rusty cichlid here. He's colored up awesome since coming into this tank, and I'm gonna get, you know, the shit for mixing the Mumbai and the haps, but I don't care. It works in this tank. Everybody's getting along fine. There's plenty of rocks, plenty of hiding spots, and it's not that big a deal. See, I have some red tail loaches. It's not a red tail shark. It is a Boda loach, Boada. I don't know exactly how you say it, but I have 3 of them in there. They get pretty big. They're fairly aggressive on their own right, so he shouldn't, you know, have any problems in this tank. Some more colorful fish in there. I want some yellows. I want some more blues. I don't really care what you think of the stocking. I appreciate like comments and stuff or suggestions, but I know how to keep fish and been doing it for 20 years, so I can mix things on my own and not really worry about it that much. And I know how to fix it if I need to. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. If you have any questions, let me know. And please subscribe to the channel down below. Give this video a like. How pretty that fish is. So like I said, subscribe down below, give this video a like, and turn post notifications on so that when we start remodeling the rest of the basement here, you'll get those updates as well. This is just step 1, video 2. We got lots to go, and I'll give you some more fish tank updates as we go too.